Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? What's going on? I'm just going to get into it. You guys just catch the replay for the beginning. We're going to we're going to review a video. Y'all know I like Gunner Collective. Oh, if my phone will work. All right, is everybody doing this Friday? Oh, my work week. I am going to work Sunday, though. I will be working Sunday. All right, so let me find the video that I want to review. So we're about to review Gunner's Collective. The title of this video is Sincity Manny Case Vegas Shooter Took a Turn, and now the Vegas sector is trying to check him. Let me listen to this. I haven't even listened to it. Let me see what Gunner's Collective is talking about. Evidently, Sincity Manny, he covers this too. It's a lot. Well, it's a lot of people cover. Everybody and their mama covering it. Y'all know I go back and forth. I've been doing a lot of coverage on Dr. Umar Johnson lately because he's under attack by a weird woman and a weird man. What's up, comedian Michael Allen is in the building. Good morning, Minnie. So we're gonna talk about Sin City Manny today. Will he fry? Will he get the death penalty for taking the innocent life of two people? For not being able to handle stalking, bullying, and harassment by a plethora of people, the law into his own hands and took two innocent lives. Good morning, Ray Brand. I didn't get coffee this morning, guys. I don't know. I don't feel like going to the cafeteria. I'm just not in the mood. Let's just review this video. Let me skip his intro. Okay.
Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I highly appreciate the support, man.
Let me share his video. He highly appreciate. Okay, wait a minute. Share. Why is it doing this? Okay, create post. Okay. There it goes. Support. I'm reviewing his content, so I am sharing the video. He has nice thumbnails. Okay.
I highly appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. I'm getting a lot of support, but there's a lot of people in the Vegas sector that's not supporting your boy, the gun, man. They're upset.
Not the Vegas sector. I love the Vegas sector. They've been nice to me. Shout out to OYB, Papa Chulo, Graph One, and all the rest of the folks. Us is them. You know what? I can't get it right. Y'all know I be messing up the names sometimes.
Said with me. Hey, sides have been chosen. Phone calls have been made. Hey, in a threatening manner.
I will say, and then there was Steve, there's F Donuts, there's a lot of people. I didn't know either of these parties before this unfortunate accident happened. So I have no side. I'm just reporting on a double homicide that was done on live on the Vegas Strip. I'm reporting about it just like any other YouTuber has the right to do. I am a content creator and I report on different topics. I told you I don't just stay on one thing. I flip to another one the next day. Okay, that's what I do.
Right? Do I look concerned? I'm not. I'm going to tell you guys why I'm not concerned. Because I'm not picking and choosing sides like others are. Okay? I'm not a supporter of Sin City Manny, Sin City Family, Sin City Julie, Sin City period, right? And I'm definitely not a supporter of Finny the Legend and Bubbly. What I am is a...
So he doesn't support, how can I didn't know them, so I can't say I was a supporter. I didn't know either party. I'm just reporting on what happened. And I disagree with taking the lives of two innocent people. I also disagree with stalking a man and stalking the wife and playing somebody's content every single day to hurt them and doing a video on them every week or whatever. Just like what's happening. Sometimes I go back and forth. Just like what's happening to Dr. Umar. You have a man in Utah that is trying to destroy him. Literally. I guess he didn't watch the Vegas Strip. He don't know about the Vegas Strip. Anyway, let's continue.
Right? And I'm definitely not a supporter of Finney the Legend and Bubbly. What I am is a person of interest, right? And I'm very interested in the saga of this ongoing spectacle of what happened on the Vegas Strip, right?
I'm definitely interested. What happened and how could this have been prevented? I have often said, and I'll stand by it, the chats, the people in the chat, beware of D-Ware, played a major role. Anytime you plot and say, if you want to stop a man, you take his money, taking somebody's money, you taking somebody's money. Stopping all forms of income, anything that they try and do, a group of people, a gang of people all get together. If Manny goes to TikTok, here you come. If Manny goes to Instagram, here you come. Leave the man alone. I'm just saying. If not, you see what happened. Both sides were wrong. People get mad when you say, okay, Finney was doing too much with all of the going in at it and the P Mannies and the name. I mean, it is what it is. Just like Lennon is doing too much with Dr. Umar. Leave the man alone. They want to stop the money. They want to stop the donations to FDMG Academy. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. I'll save that for another day. If you ever want to think about harassing somebody and stalking somebody, look up Manuel Ruiz, and I think you might think twice about it. Okay.
Right now, 2 people lost their lives. That's not that right there is a fact. Sincity Manny is the one who pulled the trigger. That again is a goddamn undisputable fact, right? But I'm gonna tell you what isn't a fact. The fact is that the gun is not choosing sides. That's a fact. But the fact is, I'm not doing that, and people are like, "Oh man, he's choosing sides. He's taking Manny's side because he's Mexican, or he's taking Finney's side because Finney's fucking whatever." Look, at the end of the day, I am not that type of man to choose sides, pick and choose. See,
so people will say, "Oh, is Philly Phil gonna choose sides because she's black? Black, I'm African, so I'm gonna choose sides with Finney the Legend and not choose sides with Manny because he's Mexican." No, a crime is a crime. A crime was committed, but like the district attorney himself said, what got Manny to this point? What made him decide to get up and go down the live strip full of people and decide to take the lives of 2 people with everybody watching? What made him get to the point where he just said, y'all finna F around and find out? Y'all gonna F around and find out. But Gunna got some good things to say, and I'm gonna try to quit stopping it so much because he does keep it real. He keeps it real. Okay? He keeps it 100% real, the way I like it.
My choosing sides days are over. Them shoes are hung up, and I put on Jordans because they're mighty and better and more comfortable, right? But I'll say this. The Vegas sector, that's what they're calling it, right? And that is basically, I've been doing this YouTube shit for a long time, and I know I get support from Las Vegas, I get support from Arizona, from New Mexico, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Guam. Shout out my boy Subs. I get a lot of support from everywhere, right? All around the world. And Vegas has always
Gonna get support from everywhere. That's the type of support I need. Okay, like a turtle with some bad habits, baby.
been on your boys' team. They've always been big supportive. Hey, whatever you guys are doing out in Vegas, keep on doing it, man. Because
you know what? I don't know what I just said. I don't know what like a torture means. So if it means something, look, I don't mean to offend nobody. I don't know. I just was singing his part of his song.
The sport game is real. They are really into YouTube more than I ever acknowledged. But what I've realized more now is that they want to distance themselves from everyone. They just want to be the Vegas sector. They don't want anything to do with California. They don't want nothing to do with the Pacific Northwest. They don't want a damn thing to do with the Midwest or the East Coast. It's Vegas and Vegas strong only. I respect it. You know, when you're in an area, you stick together, and you ain't gonna let no one bring down your area unless his name is Finney the Legend. He's from Arizona. Then he can go in there and go ahead and bust chops and do anything he wants with people from Vegas. But there was repercussions. Now, I'll say this: this whole Sincity Manning case is crazy. There's a lot of more left turns than there are right twists. Okay. There's a lot more to meets the eye, and it's all going to come out in trial. It's all going to come out. Now, yesterday I did a live with Dubs, and we were talking about the whole death penalty thing with Sincity Manning, because yesterday they had a closed hearing, okay, to decide whether or not they were going to charge him with the death penalty. Okay, that
I don't think he's going to get the death penalty. I think his lawyer's ultimate goal is to save his life and he not get the death penalty. A lot of people will say, well, he took the lives of two people. I think he's going to get just life in prison, or, you know, without, I don't know if he'll ever have the option of parole. He'll be a really old man if he ever does get out. That's the price he was willing to pay. But Manny, I told you guys, the last time he was in court, he looked in that camera and he said, I'm innocent. I did a video about it. Manny believes he was innocent. He doesn't think he did anything wrong. He thinks that, and you know, I got into a lot, I didn't get into trouble, but a lot of people trolled me and had a lot to say when I said they came to Finney's town. I mean, Finney went to Manny's town. Manny lives in Vegas. He worked the strip. He worked in Vegas. Julie lives and works in Vegas. They live there. Finney was coming from Arizona to Vegas, to Manny's home turf, is all I meant. I know the strip is for everyone. They have over 40 million um, tourists coming through that place every year. I've never had the pleasure of being one of those 40 million. Both of my children have, but it's for the people. But Manny was a local. He really started that little sector thing, everyone hanging out on the strip and party. Manny gave them the blueprint. Everyone was a Manny supporter. They all started there. It's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. People will start with you and be one of your biggest supporters, and then the next thing you know, they're gone and they're hanging with your biggest op. People are weird like that. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You know that, right? And I there was somebody live last night, and then I'm gonna get back to the content. And I noticed one thing: if I could just do content on a pile of shit and act like I'm really for that pile of shit, and eventually somebody will start to go the opposite just because it's me. I'm serious. I'm not being big headed or anything. There was somebody live last night doing content on Dr. Umar. They don't have a clue about what Dr. Umar is about. But because I'm talking about it and I'm for him, now all of a sudden they're against him. Couldn't even drink a cup of coffee with Dr. Umar. They don't have that. Well, you know what? Let me stop. But I was trying to make a point. You guys may not get it, but now this person, I mean, and they mentioned my name, and they, well, yeah, I support Dr. Umar. I'm not gonna stop. Okay, I have chose a side on that. I chose a side, but in this case right here, I'm just doing commentary. Two lives were taken. Why did it happen? How did they get there? When somebody tells you, do you want to be buried or cremated? You need to take heed. You need to take heed because, and then you're steady calling them crazy. What if you think they crazy? Leave them alone. Shit, you said they crazy. All right, here we go.
Charge him with the death penalty. Okay, that news has not been released yet. I've been asked by many people, what's the news on that? I got my fillers out there. I got a few people that are on standby, ready to make a phone call as soon as they find out. We haven't found out nothing yet. Again, there's no reason to keep it quiet. If they are going to charge him with the death penalty and they're going for that, then that's just what they're going for. Hey, I already told you guys many times, it is what the fuck it is. Anyways, back to the Vegas sector. You know, when this incident happened, a lot of people chose sides. Some people that rocked with Manny continue to rock with Manny, and they're still doing that. Okay, I see all kinds of free Sincity Manny shirts. And look, the fact is, man, you can rock with that man all you want, but the fact that he took 2 lives over some YouTube bullshit, that ain't what you really want to rock with. You can support his family, you can support his channel, you can support that man in spirit, but that act that he did, I can't support it, and I wouldn't if I was you. But again, no hatred towards the Sin City family side. You know, those people that have been rocking with that family for years are going to continue to do so. And then there's the other side, the Finney the Legend side, the side that already have a bias against Manny, the side that already done fell off. See, a lot of these supporters, including Finney himself and Bubbly at one point in time, were big Sin City family supporters.
And that's fact. There's footage of all of these people hanging out together. So what got them to the point? You know, a lot of times, you know, I believe Beware of D-Ware, you know, he was in the background and he said it. He said that he helped orchestrate Finney going after Manny every week and stopping his money and getting people to just bash Manny and to eventually start watching him and taking a lot of his supporters, that Anna Long lady who was dropping $200 a pop in the super chat. That's a lot of money if you're doing that every. And Manny was going live every day. That's just straight up was his business. And they took it away. Whack 100 estimated it to be almost $90,000 a year.
Finney himself and Bubbly at one point in time were big Sin City family supporters. They all were in the same basket, just a whole bunch of different eggs that hatched differently, right? And for whatever reason, whether it was the characteristics that Manny displayed, which I thought were rather flavorish, right? Rather glittery, sometimes a little sparkly, right?
Oh my.
Whatever he chose to get into and very narcissistic, I could see where people fell off. I could see where people distance themselves, where they're like, hey, man, this is not the creator that you started out as. A lot of the promises you made, a lot of the hype around your channel didn't end up being what they thought it was going to be. It happens. I've had several people fall off of my channel because they're like, your elevation in the game is not what we wanted or what we expected. And I said, well, see you later. It's just going to be like that. No disrespect intended, but if you ain't rocking with me, I'll be a damn fool to rock with you. But respect, I always will respect you. Even though I don't rock with you, I got to respect you. That's the way the game is played. That's facts, right? With Manny, it was a different story. With this Vegas sector, it's a whole different story. And I'm starting to realize they move differently within this YouTube game.
Getting all your daily nutrients is hard work, but nutrition gaps in your diet are inevitable.
It's a whole different story. And I'm starting to realize they move differently within this YouTube game. Okay, YouTube is just YouTube. It's content creation, it's entertainment, it's news, it's hood vlogs, it's anything you want it to be. There's several other channels out there in the YouTube world. Man, you can learn how to make a paper mache. You know what I'm saying? You can learn how to jailbreak something. You can learn how to break something out of jail. There's a lot of different things you can learn on YouTube, man. Anything.
You know, Gunner's Collective has been in prison before. He talks about it. He has been on the yard before, okay? So he knows a little bit about prison life. And so does that other guy that he does videos with.
Fucking how to put a pull out in to where the old school in the 90s, we used to take the pull outs out, right? So what I'm saying is there's something for everybody. And sometimes you'll stumble upon a channel for a few months. That'll be it, man. They'll make you laugh, they'll make you cry, they'll get you emotional. It is what it is. And then you realize, hey, somewhere in between the lines, I don't want to be here no more. But some people fall headfirst into that YouTube fucking abyss, that hole, that deep, dark hole, right? Where they can't seem to get themselves out of it. And they start to comment and they start to go on the lives and they start to feel like they're somebody. And then they start to build their own persona and character.
Right. Some people really get so engulfed in YouTube, you know, it become their families. I mean, they really, it's like they don't have a real life. If they have family in real life, they think the YouTube folks that they've never met is more family than their own blood. It's the weirdest shiggity for me. It's so weird. You know, me and my brother, we know we're not blood brother and sister. So we have a graps. We understand. We know that, but there's some people they really, that's my sis, that's my bro. You're crazy.
And next thing you know, when something doesn't go their way, then they're mad at the content creator that brought them all together in the first place. With Manny's situation,
Morning,
man, it seems like
Kizzy.
there was a lot of people that fell off for whatever reason. I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right, but you chose what you chose. A lot of those people gravitated more towards the side of Finney the Legend because Finney the Legend, in his own nature, was stating facts. Okay, he was putting shit out there about Manny with indisputable facts, right? He put a lot of facts out there. He put a lot of reports out there. He put a lot of different things out there to show that Manny wasn't what everybody signed up for. Wasn't.
And that's where beware of D-word came in. But you know, whose job is it for someone? Why worry about someone else? That's what's happening to Dr. Umar. People think that they have it all figured out. But people will lie and twist things. You know, if you don't want to support somebody, just don't support them. Why do you have to try to tear them down and ruin their entire life and stop all of their income and their money, their incoming money? They could be trying to build a school and you want to stop all of the donations. It's just weird to me. It's weird to me.
Was it his job to be the YouTube police? Was it his job to be the hero or the corrector of the people? Absolutely not. But that is what he chose. And they say, the great Nipsey Hussle, the late great Nipsey Hussle said, when you make your bed, homie, you got to lay all up in that motherfucker, right? Cobijas y todo. Let me translate that to you for you. Covers, can I get some blankets, please? Right? Itchy, better warm. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something about Finney the Legend. I support any man in doing what the fuck he wants to do. I don't care what his content's about. Hey, I could give him advice. I could tell people, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, bro. That's a danger.
Make sure y'all double tap the screen, please. Just give me a like. It's 38 people in here. Looks like, come on, like the video. I am just giving commentary on another content creator who has over 100,000 subscribers, Gunners Collective. He's covering the Vegas Strip case. If you don't know what the Vegas Strip case is all about, there were 4 people. Two from Arizona, another couple, the other 2 from Vegas, lived in Vegas via California, I think. Everyone likes to hang out on the Vegas Strip. They go live, they hang out, they party, they dance. Then there's Fremont Street, the Fremont Street experience. That picture you're looking at, that's from Fremont Street. That's the night, that's 2 weeks before Finney the Legend and his wife are gunned down by Manny. Manny walks up behind Finney and pokes him in the back. He's letting him know it's been going on over a year and a half, 2 years. You guys have been making videos about me and talking about my wife. And Manny had been making videos back. They've been going back at each other, talking about each other like dogs, talking about the wives. Both of them, both on both sides now. Manny just took his videos down, or somebody took all the videos down. I don't know if it was him or Julie. But a lot of people have them that have connections, because anytime you go live, people recording your shit. Because folk knows it. They want to know what's going to happen. If you're going to take it down, they want to have a copy. It is what it is. That's how the game is played. So a lot of people have Manny's original content. I'm not privy to that. But I heard Gunner say he's been getting it. So he has heard the videos where Manny is going back at it, because I heard he created a channel called The Regulators, I think. But eventually it came to a head. You know, Manny had gotten right here with him, his face all painted and looking. He is right there. He's pretty much at his wit's end. He's had enough. He's had enough. Okay? He thinks he's been wronged. In his mind, he has been wronged. Now, you can't think for another man. In his mind, he has been wronged. That's why he was in court the other day saying, I'm innocent. Okay? So he poked Finney in the back, and then he later goes on, I don't know if it was that same day or the next day, to say, hey, he did a video. I could have done much more. I just wanted him to know that you can't keep doing what you're doing and talking that talk. Eventually, something's going to happen. I can get to you. He said it could have been a lot of blood shed. I could have done more to that man, but I didn't. Now, those are Manny's words, and I'm sure you guys have heard it. So from that night, they all got together. After he poked him, Finney decided to get with the police and press some type of a charge. I don't know, assault or whatever. They were going to be going to court that following Thursday, but he unalived and murdered them that Sunday. They actually had a court date set for Manny poking Finney in the back. And I'm sure that pissed Manny off even more, just the thought of him having to go to court over that. In his mind, Manny felt like he had been wrong. I'm just stating the facts. I'm not taking sides. I'm just reporting. So don't come over here telling me, "Oh, you think it's okay for two people?" No, I don't think it's okay for two people to lose their freaking life. I said I don't agree with that. So don't come over here putting words into my mouth, people. What I'm saying is, you down on the Fremont Strip and you kicking it, and all of a sudden, the man that you've been talking about for 2 years almost, and y'all can't stand each other, and he get close enough to poke you in the back. It might be time to, you better lay low. It might be time to lay low. For the haters who be going around talking shit, you might want to lay low.
Hey, I could give them advice. I could tell people, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, bro. That's a dangerous situation, like I've done with Renegade Media in the past. I could talk about a whole bunch of different shit, but at the end of the day, every man is his own man. Whatever he wants to do, hey, he'll suffer, he'll reap what he sows. The seeds that he sows are the same ones that are going to hatch up. Sometimes it's going to be tomates. You're going to sit on them and catch up, and sometimes it's going to be mustard, and you're just going to have a whole bunch of yellow shit on your ass. Either way, it's up to you to do what the hell you want to do. In this case, Finney the legend continued to do what he wanted to do, what was rile the people up, gather as much attention as he could monetarily and supportive as possible. And his whole thing was to go in on Manny. He basically was what we call in the YouTube community a troll. Okay?
And if you don't know what a troll is somebody that will zero in on someone, and that's all their channel will become about. That's all you will see on their channel. They have no life other than to talk about that person, i.e., Lennon Honor talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, a scholar, a man who speaks so highly of the black community, a man who's traveled the world. And then you got this damn troll sitting in Utah effing with him every day. Okay, I'm digressing. Let me stay on topic. Let me focus.
On Manny, he basically was what we call in the YouTube community a troll. Okay? Maybe a man with a good heart, a good family man, a good husband, a good person. But nevertheless, on YouTube, he was considered a troll because he was trolling Manny, and Manny was clapping back, and they were going back and forth and back. And ultimately, what happened? Murder. Finney and his wife. Okay? So now there's a lot of people that are still rocking with Finney. They're mad as fuck at Manny for taking their lives. They're screaming at the top of their lungs. It's divided. The Vegas sector is truly divided.
Thank you, Kizzy. Please thumbs up the live. Yes. Jayla, the black guy thought that man was playing, but he was serious. Gregory, well, free marketing and cheerleader. Ricardo Photo Films. That's Gunner. That is Gunner's Collective. Yes, I shared his video out. I like his commentary. He keeps it. Sometimes you need somebody that's just gonna keep it a buck. Keep it 100. Okay.
Of course, you have the Manny fans that feel like, hey, homie, when you play street games, you get street consequences. I come from the old school. I'm an ex-gang member, pretty hardcore, man. At that point, I was someone of status, not crazy status, wasn't shot calling, but I was somebody within my neighborhood, somebody within my area, somebody within my gang and my movement, right? And I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. Now, ultimately, it didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? I had to pass go and not collect that 200. That's fine. The conscious decision that I made, the decisions that I continue to.
Hello, Ricardo. Gentlemen, good morning. Yes, Gregory say we 100 all the time. Ricardo Photo Films, he's a cool guy. He be popping up. Yes, yes, yes. What does like a turtle with some bad habit mean, y'all? I don't know what it means, but I like the way it sounds.
Every day revolves around me and my family and my children, and I'm happy with that. That's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. But that doesn't mean I forgot the game and I forgot how to play it. See, that's something you can never forget. Kind of like riding a bike. Once you jump on that motherfucker, it might take you a few pedals, but once you start going, in the wind you are, right? I understand how to go in the gang life. I understand how to go in the street life. And I understand one thing: when another man is disrespecting another man, not everyone takes the disrespect the same way. And in this case, Manny took it very serious and Finney didn't seem to. And what happened? Ultimately, Manny grabbed a gun and he murdered Finney and his wife. The wife out of convenience, I believe, and out of hatred. And Finney, because
when he say the wife, yes. He said out of convenience and hatred. I know for a fact, Sincity Mannywise. Manny hated Finney and Bubbly. He could not stand either one of them. You know, I've heard the story has changed so many times. Initially, Beware of D-Ware got on Whack 100 and said that it all started with Bubbly getting into Manny's face that night, trying to record him. Halloween of 23. Bubbly lady later that night they went live and she said, should I have gotten in his face? No, but he didn't want Sarah to record him. So I say, let me see if I'm gonna record him. Now those were the words of Bubbly. May she rest in peace. When you come in and you don't know either party, you have to do research and you listen to what the key players who were there in the beginning, you listen to what they say, and this is what you come up with. I'm not saying that she was started. It was all her fault. I'm just saying I'm repeating what she said and what Beware of D-Ware said, and even her husband that night, Finney said, should my wife have gotten into his face? No, she shouldn't have. So she wanted to record Manny. Manny didn't want to be recorded. Manny was cocky. He's still cocky. The man said, "I'm innocent" in court. Okay, I'm telling you, he believes he's innocent. PP, do you still think this was bullying? I remember you was kind of with Sin City. No, it's not that I'm with Sin City. I'm not with a double murder. No, don't say that. What I'm saying is I'm smart enough to recognize stalking, bullying, and constant harassment. And when you zero in when anybody, it could not just Finney, not anybody. I'll give you another example. Look up Lennon Honor on YouTube. He has zeroed in on a man, Dr. Umar Johnson, who goes around speaking all over the world. I mean, been to every country, I think he said, except for one or two. But that man has zeroed in on him, and the same way they were doing, Finney was doing Manny, video after video. It was a weekly thing, I think. I don't know if they did it twice a week or not. You have another man doing, for 5 and 6 hours at a time. That to me is a little that's excessive bullying, and Gunner agrees with me. It's trolling. Okay, or shall I say I agree with Gunner?
Because Finney was talking shit, and that's what this man. That was his destination.
Okay, targeting. It's targeting. It's target practice. They're targeting in on someone. Shit, enough is enough. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Sometimes you got to fold them.
It was his final destination. Okay, too bad Finney couldn't come back, man, and see it for what it was and get the fuck off the strip. But he chose to pull up to another man's area, another man's city, another man's town. And remember,
now see, Gunner said another man's area, another man's city. That's all I meant, is that Finney flew out or drove out from Arizona to the strip and was in front of the Bellagio fountains. And I was told by people that knew Manny and had been with Manny since he came to the scene that Julie and Manny would be in that same little area in front of the fountains with the 360 machine. So that is a form of trolling. I'm in your spot now, chilling. And I never forget when Manny crossed that strip or whatever, the street or whatever it is down there in Vegas. They both were live. People were in both chats. The chats can be messy. And you look at the comments, they were all, nobody was saying, don't do nothing, man. Nobody was saying that at first. Because I was able to finally see some of the live chat and what people were saying before and after. And that person, Donuts, told Finney, here comes Manny, but he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. And Finney said, facts, Donut. And 5 seconds later, Manny is letting off eight rounds of gunfire. So that was wrong information. It should have been, yo, man, here come Manny. Why don't y'all just pack it up and get on out of there? And then when Manny does it, then in his chat, the people that have been watching, oh, Manny, why did you do that? No, Manny, oh my goodness. Well, you should have said that before he did it, okay? That's just my opinion. Back to Gunner.
But he chose to pull up to another man's area, another man's city, another man's town. And remember, it doesn't belong to Manny. No matter what he said, oh, Vegas is mine, I own Vegas. No, Vegas is for the people, by the people. Okay.
Oh yes, Manny was talking crap. You missed what I said earlier. Manny's videos are just gone. I have not had the privilege of being able to see Manny's content from the Regulators channel and all that, where he was going back in on Finney. I know they were both going in. I know this. I know this. I know, because sometimes somebody gonna get tired of you talking about them and they gonna clap back. If you talking about my wife and saying she got a fat chin and she fat and she need to go have surgery, then I'm gonna come clap back on your wife. And Gunner said he was calling her hook nose. So they was going back and forth at it, people. I know this. I know it. One person just got tired and decided to, hey, I'm willing to go and get a gun.
I own Vegas. No, Vegas is for the people, by the people. Okay, the people, the community of Vegas, everyone that works there, everyone that lives there, they make up that community. That's for everybody, and for the 40 million people that travel every year and pump a lot of money into the casinos.
Vegas is for everybody. All I meant was, and just like Gunner says, that was Manny's home turf. It's like the Dallas Cowboys are gonna play the Philadelphia Eagles twice this season. So I don't know where we're gonna play first. I haven't looked at our schedule. When those Eagles fly their asses down to Texas Stadium, you on our turf. And we're gonna be ready to pluck your feathers out those Eagles, okay? Yes, I'm a Cowboy fan. So I'm trying to just make this apparent to let you see. That was Manny's home turf. The Vegas Strip was his home turf. I'm sorry, that was his home turf. Period. Now, y'all, I'm sticking with that. That was his home turf.
Money into the casinos, a lot of revenue into the stores around there, man. That is their livelihood. That's what it's all about. It's all about the tourists. It's all about the people that show up to party and have a good time. So Manny took a little bit of that away from everybody, because what he did was, by doing the shooting, the murder in front of all those people in front of the Bellagio, he kind of stole that innocence of Vegas from a lot of people that were there, that were just trying to enjoy themselves. You know, people didn't go out on the strip that night expecting to see two people's heads blown off in front of them. Unfortunately, that's the way it went down, and all over YouTube trolling and beef. Some assaults thrown in for a little bit of salt and pepper, because you got to have seasoning on the steak, right? There was a lot that went into this. It wasn't like these people hadn't met up before. There was fists.
No, you can definitely come. Look, I remember being at a Thanksgiving game, and we were happy. We played the Eagles, and the Eagles fans and us Cowboy fans, we were all hanging out and kicking it together. You know, that just lets you know. But some people aren't as stable as others. Okay. Now I remember when I went to Chicago and the Cowboys played Chicago Bears. Do you know they jumped on my Cowboy fans after the game was over? Some of those doggone Chicago Bull fans. I was with my brothers. I have brothers in Chicago. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Yes, you can definitely come to Texas Stadium and hang out with the Cowboy fans. You sure can. If you're an Eagle fan. We're gonna pluck you ever seen a dead bird laying in the street? That's how those Eagles are gonna be whenever they play the Cowboys, okay?
It's thrown, there was pushed, there was mace sprayed, there was people electrocuted. This story is crazy.
Good
They
morning.
did everything they could do besides shooting, and ultimately Manny did. Now, having been from the streets, I understand that if someone talks shit to you, bang bang, gunner gang, right? People would get off where they're mad at. You know, you can't dictate how other people feel. Their emotions are different. Everyone.
Right. Just because you wouldn't do it, you might be able to take someone. I can take someone going after me for 2 years, making video after video about me. I can handle it and not go and drop two people on the street. I can handle it. But not everyone can handle that. Being under attack for 2 years. That's all we're saying. Not everyone can handle it. Hello, Gregory Cardboard Condos. Good morning. Salute. Stevenson Village. Hey, chat. God bless Raider Nation. Yeah, I have a brother that's a Raider fan. I have nothing against the Raiders, as long as they're not playing my Cowboys, America's team. And I know Cowboys is very controversial. A lot of people don't like Jerry Jones, this, that, and the other. I'm from Texas.
It's different. Okay, so let's get into this Vegas sector, because they're feeling some type of way about me. See, I've been told by several people
Vegas sector, what y'all mad at the gunner? Let me listen.
out of Vegas that I fuck with, that I talk to, since all this shit happened and those prior to this incident, right? That my name is circulating out there in the Vegas sector. Some people are loving my videos, the continued updates on this whole situation. I'm one of the only content creators that continues to elaborate upon the story and keep going, because it's very interesting to me, right? Whereas,
yeah, I was doing it daily, but I got a lot going on. I got something else I got to cover, but I will continue to cover this until Manny has been convicted. I'm not gonna. Oh, I'm gonna keep in on this, honey, because this is very interesting content, especially if you're a YouTube content creator like myself. I mean, this is just when I saw that, because the initial video I saw when this first happened, it said YouTuber kills two YouTubers over false copyright strikes. And I'm like, copyright strikes has caused someone to look, because I know people that does false copyright striking, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this could happen to anybody. But it was much more. See, I didn't know. I had to do my research. I didn't know that they knew each other. I didn't know that they came together to say, let's stop this man from making money. I didn't know all of that.
whereas there's another side of Vegas that doesn't seem to like me whatsoever. And I've been getting several phone calls from Vegas. I've been getting several emails from Vegas. I've been getting several things. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say they threaten me, because I'm not here to give anyone cases, and I would never do that, right? But some people had some harsh critiques and some harsh words for me. Mind your own business. This is Vegas business. This is the Vegas sector. Well, check it out, Holmes. Vegas owes me money, because I went over there and I lost 10 thou wow the last time I was there. Then I hit it for 13 thou wow. Then I lost another 10. Either way, Vegas owes me, and I'm going to get everything about that motherfucker, right? But I'll say I respect Vegas, even though I'm trying to get mine back. And I respect everyone in the situation. I especially respect the families of Finney the Legend and Bubbly, their kids, their family. My condolences. I've always said that. And I'm not happy about what happened. And I'm not happy that this dude Manny, that it escalated to this. But I'm also not a fucking punk. And I'm also a realist. And I'll say, man, those of you that are choosing Finney's side, or those of you that are choosing Manny's side, that are upset with me because I'm not showing Manny a lot of love because he's Mexican, I don't give a fuck if he was Egyptian, bro. That don't matter to me. I'm not a racist person. And the people over here that are on fucking Finney the Legend side saying, oh man, you're choosing Manny's side because he's Mexican. Guess what? Didn't you just hear me? Clean your ears out, baboso. I don't give a fuck what ethnicity he is. None of that matters. He's a murderer. He's probably going to get life in prison without the possibility or the death penalty. And guess what? I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to eat that steak and I'm going to get all mines back. Why? Because I make conscious decisions. I talk to myself before I do things, and I say, huh?
For people with severe
Well,
back pain who didn't find relief with medications, injections, or back surgery.
so he's pretty much saying that, hey, he is not on either side. He is just about the content, seeing how this plays out. Will Manny get the death penalty? He's against. He doesn't like Manny. He's not. He's hey. It's not that he's like because they're both Mexican. No, he says Manny is wrong. He was wrong for taking the two innocent lives. But he also says that Finney was wrong for trolling Manny every week. That's what Gunner says. Okay. No one is liked and loved by everyone. You got that right. YouTube needs to start doing background checks. Before they issue you. You're right. No one. There's always someone that won't like you. Sometimes people just don't like the way you look. They may not like the way your nose shape. They just won't like you. Okay. And in case you haven't so that's all on Gunner. Y'all can go. I shared that out on my community wall. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. So in case y'all haven't heard some of the content, but I'm sure y'all have, that they were doing. Sincity family unethical and deceitful. Sincity family is Tuesday. Let me see. Let's listen.
why he turned on me. But shout out to you, man.
Yeah. The BBL.
So go and put your face in there. You know it's only me. Go and put your face in there real quick and let me see who you are. You know. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna say with that, so I got.
Yo, who types out a troll name that long? That had to be the longest troll name in history.
So this is Finney and his buddy on Tuesday night. It's Tuesday. It says every streamer wants something different out of the gang. That's what he named this video. Okay, Graphic came in on this one. But there was another one that I wanted to find. Let me try this one right here.
For real, shout out to China Mac.
Free crib back. Go ahead, now. It's your turn to pick it up.
I can't remember that song.
This is my.
But I know these are my confessions.
Okay, well get it there. You don't be doing that. Hey, can you put your link in the chat so everybody?
I don't know who that is. But these are some lies. Sincity family, why Buster sell penny half off? What?
Lord, everybody, but this is hate night. Well, not hate night. This is, think of a better word, because it ain't hate. It's hold on, what we gonna call it? But it is just follow my lead. Fuck Penny. Fuck Sincity family. Sorry, everybody. Get the kids out the room. Uncle Finney is pissed. He ain't had nothing to drink either. It's cheese, man. Truth revealed. Okay, I love all this other stuff.
Eddie, YouTube needs Z Unit. Gunner all bark and no bite. That's why he collects guns. Oh, is that what that means? Gunner collect? He collects. See, I didn't know. Stevenson, Queen, you look good with your glasses. You're like my wife doesn't like wearing her glasses. Oh, thank you. I can't see close up without them though. I gotta have them. So Finney titled this one, Sincity Family Why? Buster sell penny half off. I don't know what that means.
All this stuff that they said that's just as aggressive than my cuss words. Sorry I got cuss words today. Next week I'll be better.
His internet be messing up too.
I'm putting everything. I don't even know what to say. If anyone else reads it, please set her straight. Poor things keeps giving money to. Ouch. I ain't gonna even tell Reese's backstory from what I knew. I hope she ain't. Shout out to the Sugar. I wonder if that Jesus is the Sugar. Did you make a name under your real name and nobody knows your real full name? If that's you, Sugar, that Jesus in here, mystery reveal yourself right now. You know if somebody mystery catch you, you got a mystery reveal. Mystery reveal right now. Nah, I think Pat will. Yeah, nah, that can't be the Sugar. He don't know none of them people in Sincity family. Shout out Yo Goober. Yo Goober, come up in here one time. You don't got to show your face. You've been on here that long. Ain't no way you shy. Ain't no way. Unless it's something funny about, we've been thinking you a guy this whole time and you end up being a female. That'll be a little strange. But still, I bet you can still talk with the best of them. Come up in here, Yo Goober. Talk your talk one time, even if you only stay for a couple minutes. Nope.
I'm looking at their live chat. And somebody wrote, Romello said, I heard Manny blew Joey Stone for rent money. See, this is the kind of stuff they was doing over there.
What you afraid of, yo? Well, you probably ain't afraid, but what's the deal? Why people don't why people don't want to voice? Anybody want to come in today? McLovin didn't care about
I got harassed on
Somebody say Pat the rat wants to nibble on Manny's chimichanga. Oh my goodness.
this chat. Yeah, Coco, the other day he was asking about you. He said he hadn't seen you in a long time. I don't think he knows what's going on. Was you in here today? The East Los was in here? Shout out East Los for coming in here. Was you in here today? East Los was in here. I think yours say, oh, what is that? Obese Los. Yeah, so you trying to say East Los, but East.
So JC Chill said, "We got your back, Finney. We gonna fight for your right to stream."
Los don't even look fat. But shout out, still bring the old shit, buy some new shit, and some other shit. The marathon continues all day. TMC. Salute. Man, what's dude name? Now it's on my head. I can't even think. Let me refill the Kool-Aid. We're gonna do a Kool-Aid making stream on this channel. I'm gonna make some Kool-Aid because the Kool-Aid is low. I'm gonna show y'all.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so we giving out love. We giving out positivity. We ain't throwing no shots back. You understand me? We riding this till the wheels fall off. We getting more understanding, and we gonna be Gucci, man. You understand?
Somebody named Fat Ninja says Julie and her herd of cows went and scared all the ghosts in the haunted mansion. You see how they was doing, Julie?
Happened to her because it was just like that. But like if your girl like say like Lala when she was on what's the name, she pulling titties out, everything, like getting her titties and everything sucked on. It is you getting paid for it.
Oh my stars almighty. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. I'm gonna get ready to get off of here and go to work. But yeah. We listened to Gunner. I shared the video. Gunner is like me. He's not on either side. He's just covering the story. 2 people gunned down on the Vegas Strip. And it stems from bullying, stalking, and harassment and trolling. That's what it's that's pretty much it in a basket, okay? Not everyone can handle serious trolling. Not everyone's built for it. But is trolling really right? Why do people do it? How does a person become a troll? How does someone eventually just start zoning in and on one person and that's all they think about and cover? And I'm not just talking about Finney. Other people are doing this. There's people doing this. How does this happen? How does someone become a troll? Don't be a troll. Don't be a troll. All right, it's your girl Philly Phil. I'm about to go to work. It's Friday. You guys have a wonderful Friday and hope you have a good weekend planned, okay? Eddie, it's YouTube. You control. They should make rules now. If you're stalking and trolling somebody outside of YouTube, it's against the law. What do you think if somebody's coming out here talking about someone's family illness, their mother's illness, being sick? Don't you think that's going a little bit too far? To me, that's how people end up on the Vegas Strip. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.